Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
RT World News.
February 28, 5:21 America, New York, concerns mounting over Ukraine aid, top U.S. official. Both Republicans and Democrats are starting to question Washington's support for Kiev, Victoria Nuland said.
New York Times World News.
February 28, 5 o'clock America, New York. Europe struggles to find Leopard 2 tanks for Ukraine. The struggle to deliver on promises to provide Leopard 2 tanks for use against Russian forces has exposed just how unprepared European militaries are. Military personnel at a media event at a base in Świętoszów, Poland in February.
New York Times World News.
February 28, 5 o'clock America, New York. China moves to erase the vestiges of zero COVID to deter dissent. The ruling Communist Party is waging an ambitious propaganda campaign to rewrite the public's memory of its handling of the pandemic, which included some of the harshest restrictions in the world. Removing a COVID testing booth at a park in Beijing.
Mirror World News.
February 28, 4:52 America, New York. Mom's womb donated to daughter after emergency hysterectomy to help her get pregnant. Kirsty Bryant may end up carrying a child in the same uterus where she was conceived herself in the incredible medical feat which involved hours of surgery at Sydney's Royal Hospital for Women.
Washington Post World.
February 28, 4:25 America, New York. Suspected schoolgirl poisoning attacks rattle a shake in Iran. For months, hundreds of young girls attending different schools in Iran have become overpowered by what are believed to be noxious fumes wafting into their classrooms, with some ending up weakened on hospital beds.
BBC News World.
February 28, 4:07 America, New York. China hits out at U.S. over TikTok ban on federal devices. Beijing accuses Washington of attempting to use state power to suppress foreign companies.
BBC News World.
February 28, 4:07 America, New York. Nigeria election results 2023. Tinubu ahead of Atiku and Obi. The ruling party's candidate has 44% of tallied votes, but the opposition says counting is flawed.
Washington Post World.
February 28, 3:50 America, New York. Protestant Council of Rwanda bars abortions in its clinics. The Protestant Council of Rwanda has directed all health facilities run by its members to stop carrying out all abortions, further limiting access to the procedure in the largely Christian nation of 13 million people.
Fox World News.
February 28, 3:40 America, New York. Fishermen find remains of missing man inside shark in Argentina. A man missing in Argentina was found inside a nearly 5-foot-long shark after fishermen caught the animal and discovered human remains inside.
Washington Post World.
February 28, 3:32 America, New York. Taliban. 2 senior as members killed in Afghanistan. 2 senior regional members of the Islamic State group have been killed in Afghanistan in recent weeks during separate raids in Kabul.
Mirror World News.
February 28, 3:28 America, New York. Russia closes airspace over St. Petersburg after aerial objects spotted. Citing anonymous sources, local media reported that Russian military aircraft have been launched to search for the intruder over Pulkovo Airport in St. Petersburg, Russia.
BBC News World. February 28, 3:26 America, New York. Amritpal Singh. The self-styled preacher raising fears in India's Punjab. Amritpal Singh rose to national attention after his supporters stormed a police station last week.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
February 28, 1:55 America, New York. Shots fired near German primary school leaving one adult critically injured. One person has been critically injured after a shooting near a German primary school, according to police.
Mirror World News.
February 28, 1:12 America, New York. Horror moment, 6 injured as rhino charges at tourists and flips jeep into ditch. A rhinoceros and her calf left a group of tourists terrified after charging at the group's jeep and causing it to flip into a ditch, resulting in 6 people being injured.
New York Times World News.
February 28, 014 America, New York. Your Tuesday briefing. Here's what you need to know. Britain's Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, and Ursula von der Leyen, the President of the European Commission, announced the deal, which they called the Windsor Framework, on Monday.